Okay, we got the video going. We got the radio going. Thank you for putting up with me all out there in Radio Land, but we got to get the video guys in on it. And yeah, like I was saying, I didn't think I was going to make it in this morning because this weather this morning was brutal. And I go, you know what? I'm not going out in this crap. Screw that. But then all of a sudden, it kind of let up and the sun came out a little bit and everything's starting to melt away. It's going to go the same way it came through Mother Nature. You see my really nice Christmas ornament, pizza ornament here I'm wearing today to celebrate Christmas, which is only what? A few days away here. Holy crap, time flies. We're almost at the end of the year. The weekend, a couple days, and then we're at Christmas. Now we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff today. We're talking about drones. We're talking about Port Weller. We're talking about the Legion of the Region, crying like crazy. But yeah, we're gonna have a good time today here. Yeah. But first, I have to mention my sponsors: Wild Bill's Auto Repair and Body Shop, Pizza Victoria Avenue, and Hamel Machine Shop. Now, Wild Bill's Auto Repair and Body Shop, wildbillsauto.ca. That's where you can go to check it out. But you know what? At the end of the day here, look at this weather. I mean, this is what we're going to get. You don't want to be stuck in this weather. And I asked Ken Hunter from Wild Bill's Auto Repair and Body Shop, the proprietor, what problem he sees a lot when winter hits. And he says, suspension problems. And I was surprised. I thought, well, the people break down their batteries, go, which is true. That all happens. But he said suspension problems. From sliding in the snow, it puts pressure on your ball joints and your suspension. And the salt, the freezing, sliding on snow and ice, it takes its toll on your car's suspension. So he likes to inspect the suspension on every car because you don't want your ball joint breaking or some piece breaking and you takes you off the road or get you in a wreck. So that's one of the parts you never think about, but it's as important as any part on your car. So you want to make sure that everything's working top shelf. And he said one of the other things is defrost. A lot of people, their heater system isn't working right. Their defrost isn't working. So they get out there and all of a sudden they got nothing to clear the windows. So he said that's another important part. You don't have to worry about that kind of crap. All you have to do is take your car to Ken Hunter at Wild Bill's Auto Repair and Body Shop, and he's going to make sure that you don't have those problems. How simple does it get? Wild Bill's Auto Repair and Body Shop, they've extended their hours for the next few days through the holidays to be able to get everybody in. They're there from 7 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. And if you got to get your car in, need it to be repaired, or just want Ken to check it over before winter so you don't get stuck anywhere, just give him a call. His shop is on Oakwood Drive by the Kia dealership. Get in there and make sure you get everything checked out, and you have a good winter here. You don't want to break down in this crappy weather. Okay, so weather warning. Yeah, there's a big weather warning, and I saw it a little bit this morning. I said, holy jeez, I don't want to get caught in this crap, right? Look at this. See, I got to adjust my pizza. Got to adjust my pizza here. See, look at that piece. That's a beautiful, beautiful piece of pizza right there. Anyway, you don't want to get caught in crappy weather. What you want to do is make sure you get your car in there. Now, starting at 12 noon and ending at midnight tonight, get ready for some snow and hazardous winter conditions. That's right. Winter could raise its ugly head. Look at this freaking thing. Could raise its ugly head, and all of a sudden you're going to be tasting winter. Don't worry about it, though. Don't worry about it. They say it could drop 5 to 10 centimeters of snow, but really, this low pressure system that's moving in, it's gonna make life miserable, but it's not gonna hang around for long. To be honest with you, it's not gonna hang around for long. And actually, tomorrow is the 21st. Let me look at my beautiful watch here. 21st. You know what that means? That is the day with the shortest amount of daylight this year. December 21st. Now, please, don't drive me nuts and say it's the shortest day of the year. You know every day is 24 hours approximately. And for those that will tell me that tell me that it's really not 24 hours, that an Earth sidereal day is actually 23 hours and 56 minutes. Okay. Let's just round it off to 24. And a sidereal day is the amount of time it takes the Earth to make one full rotation. So people will correct me, but it's not the longest day of the year, the shortest day of the year. Every day is 24 hours. You want to correct me on the 24-hour thing? Okay, fine. Go ahead. Quote to me the sidereal day. Now, don't worry about all that, though. That's a bunch of bullshit. That's who cares? Let me put it that way. We're going up to 39 by Christmas Day, and it's going to be cloudy. So this white stuff might get the boot. I don't even know if it's going to survive. But there is going to be lower temperatures this weekend. It might hang around. I prefer a white Christmas. I don't want to be slopping around in snow, schmucking around, schlepping around. I want to have a nice day. So it's going to 52 degrees on December 29th, a special day. It's going to give me a present. And hanging tough in the 40s the first week of January. Happy New Year to everybody. Merry Christmas to everybody. It's not going to be that bad. And for those of you who are taking off in the new year to sunny climates, 80s, hey, hang tough. It won't be that bad until you leave and you can go down there and have a good time. Let's get to some comments from viewers. Well, from the Diamonds or Coal show on Tuesday. And if you haven't seen the Diamonds or Coal show from Tuesday, you gotta check it out. It's pretty funny, actually. Dave Wheeler's in the studio with me. And what we're doing is we are giving City Council diamonds or coal. We got letters from Santa telling us what to do. We're following instructions. And we gave them diamonds or coal. And let me just put it this way. When you watch it, I'll give you a hint. We gave away a lot more coal than diamonds. So maybe that'll tell you what it's all about. Anyway, check it out. It's hilarious. Now, from the Diamonds or Coal show, there was a couple comments at Penny Brookify. Good show. I agree with so many comments here. You got the grandstanders pegged. The best line was, seconds the motion, then asks what it's all about. Haha, I died. And what they're talking about is the comments we made and about who are the time wasters on City Council. And if you listen to the show, you'll know that they figured out that City Council meeting costs $1,600 an hour, $1,600 an hour for all the people that are there having to sit through the meeting. And it's not just councilors, and they get paid. Of course, it's not just councilors, the city staff who have to sit there through a 2.5 hour in-camera meeting they can't be in. So they sit around there getting paid outside their normal day. So when you look at all that stuff, right, it comes down to $1,600 an hour. And unfortunately, taxpayers are on the hook for it. Don't mind me, I'm just playing with my pizza. Here. But we're on the hook for it, right? When it's all said and done, I'm going to play with my pizza because it's smashing on the table, driving me nuts. But yeah, we're on the hook for it. So the shorter these meetings can be when they start talking about business and get right down to business, the better it is for the taxpayers and the viewers, the people who tune in, because I don't want to sit there for 9 hours watching these. Well, I'm going to try to be nice. It's Christmas. I don't want to sit there for 9 hours watching them. I would rather have them just get to business, do the business, and get out of there. But there are a bunch of grandstanders who for some reason, are compelled to get up and say something, even though it's not necessary. Your best way of saying that you like it, you approve of it, you think it's a good idea, whatever the motion is, or whatever's on the planning docket there, on the agenda, the best way for you to say, I love it, that's great, okay, is to put your hand up and say, okay. That's what she's talking about. And one counselor seconded a motion and then stood up and said, can you explain the motion, please? And of course, that's why she's laughing. That's why she said she almost, she died laughing. Because this happens. I'm not making this up. I don't make this crap up. It actually happens. That's what happens. So There you go. At 881 Slick, great show, gents. Wheels, you were definitely too easy on most of them. Have you, sir, not been paying attention? Screw them. Don't run if you don't know what you're doing. And yeah, I gotta agree with that. I gotta agree with that. Well, I don't know about Dave being Wheels being too easy on him. He gave him enough coal of his own to probably get them pretty mad. But I agree with the statement. If you don't know what you're doing, don't run. You gotta, if you're gonna run, you've got to take it seriously, and you gotta do the work. You gotta look through the agenda. You gotta know what you're talking about. So I agree with him there. 881 Slick. Did you take the diamonds off Liz Chandelier? LMAO. Yeah, we had a we gave a diamond out, and I'll show you. We put it in this right here. Give me a second. Oh, here. We put the diamond in this little sock right here because there were a few diamonds handed out, and the diamond though, like of course, I don't have anything that looks like diamonds, but I have this big thing, and 881 Slick was absolutely right. I took it off a chandelier. It's one of those baubles that hangs from lamps and stuff. And I used it, and I just put it back where it belongs. So Liz wouldn't know. Now she knows. She didn't know before. 881 Slick, you spilt the beans on me. But no harm, no foul. It's back where it belongs. Looking beautiful as ever. And I shined it all up for the day for diamonds or coal. Oh, from yesterday's show. And we talked about everything yesterday. There's a bunch of stuff. But Pat Porter, who now owns 4680Q, by the way, and he happened to be listening in on yesterday's show, said that never mind Canada being the 51st state. Every province should be a state, taking the U.S. to 60 states and 60 stars on the flag. The territories could be part of Alaska. That works for me, Patrick. That works for me, Patrick. Of course, Ontario would be the crown jewel in any move like that. Of course, since we're the third biggest trading partner, Ontario, with the U.S. behind only countries, Canada and Mexico. So that's pretty interesting right there. This thing coming down there, it's falling again. I shouldn't. This thing drives me nuts. Yeah, so I agree, Pat. That wouldn't be bad. We have another 10 states. And, it makes me laugh because Trump keeps busting Trudeau's balls about this. He keeps saying it and, he keeps on about it. And I laugh my head off because, of course, he was just poking fun at the guy, right? But Canadians get mad, and Trudeau, right? He keeps, bugging him about it. And I did a whole thing yesterday about, maybe it wouldn't be so bad if we were the 51st state, even though we think it would be. Maybe it wouldn't be that bad. So you can tune into the show yesterday to see what I was saying about it. And at Habs for Life 41 said, Trudeau won't be stepping down. Do you think a narcissist would admit he's wrong? Bring back the 1600s France mentality. You know what that means, right? You know what that means. And the 1600 France's mentality is like Louis the 16th, Louis the 14th, and what they did with the crooked politicians and politicians that were narcissists and that kind of thing, they just put them in the guillotine and chop their heads off. He says, bring back the 1600s France mentality. Now that's funny, but yeah, unbelievable. But I mean, this guy's got to go, and I agree with at Habs for Life 41. This guy's got to go. He's got to go, and he'll be stepping down soon enough. Don't worry about it. And we're gonna see some other big stuff happening between now and maybe probably in the next week or so. And at Ken Hunter 759 said, great job with the show. There you go. So thank you, Ken Hunter. That's 759. Thank you to everybody else who commented. Of course, we always get the comments on when we can and talk about them. We love comments. Comment on the show. Hit the subscribe button. Comment on the show. Come on, let's build this up. I want to get 100 subscribers. I'm at 77 or 76 now. Let's get more subscribers, get the show rocking and rolling, get people involved by commenting, subscribing, hitting the notification button. We want everybody to be involved. The more that are involved, the better it is for the city and the better the decisions that will be made at city council because they do listen. And just a second ago, I just said that things are going to change. I think Trudeau will be gone soon enough. But also, there was something this morning I heard, and I don't know, it could be breaking news here, but it was something that was said that Kamala was rushing back to the White House. Joe Biden is basically an invalid. He can't talk or anything. It's a mess. And that Kamala Harris is rushing back to the White House to take over. So keep your eyes open for that one. If they make her president, she'll only be president till January the 20th, but that would make Trump 48 and her 47. I don't know if they're going to do that. There's been rumblings for a long time about it. And it would be just to screw Trump, of course. What else? Everything they're doing right now is to screw Trump. That's what they're trying to do, run interference with him and everything else already. And he's not even president yet. He can't do anything about stuff like this because he has really no power yet. But it'll come, and he's going to straighten these guys out. They shouldn't be monkeying with them. He's got a mandate. But this is what's going on. So if you see that happening in the next 2 days, the sources that I have where I got it from are going to be right. But anyway, that's kind of what's going on. So yesterday I told you a sad story of Teddy the tugboat, deep 6 in the docks of Port Weller. Well, my people, Santa Claus has saved the day. Yes, little Teddy is back on his feet. And he's been raised from the muck and mire of the Port Weller docks. And he's back in business. Ollis Bogue, that's his real name, Ollis Bogue, and his team from Ontario Shipyards called in the big crane and righted and refloated Teddy the tugboat. And Teddy's back smiling at everybody like he used to be before he took on bilge water and sank to the bottom of the sea. They didn't say what caused Teddy's sinking or what caused that boat to take on that swill that sits in the docks. But it's all over. It's all good for now. It's all great. Everything's working good. Teddy the tugboat, as he undergoes renovation and repairs to get him ship shape by the summer, and the boating season will be complete again with Teddy the tugboat plying the waters of the Great Lakes, the Welland Canal, and everywhere else, making people happy. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus, and this proves it. Teddy the tugboat back for all you Teddy the tugboat lovers. Okay, I got to get to my second sponsor, Hamel Machine Shop. We'll talk about Hamel Machine Shop. Why not? Hamel Machine Shop's a great place to take anything you need fixed that is made of metal. That's right. If you break anything made of metal, take it to Hamel Machine Shop. Now you know. Hamel Machine Shop will fix it. They can weld it. They can fix it. If they can't fix it, they can re-engineer it. They can reverse engineer it and make a new one for you. They do laser cutting. They do 3D printing. They do industrial jobs, big jobs. They do small jobs. They do it all. Whatever your needs are. Where do you think these cities go? City has a problem with something. Somebody runs over a rock and blows out the side of their lawnmower deck. Where do you think they go? They go to Hamel Machine Shop. Hamel puts a patch on, fixes it all up, and saves them $2,500 on the cost of a new deck. Oh yeah, it's true. It's damn true. You want to go to Hamel Machine Shop to get anything repaired out of metal or anything custom fabricated. You need gates in your backyard. Go talk to the guys at Hamel. They'll design it, make them. They'll even powder coat them and do everything. They know what they're doing over there. They're experts in machining. It's a full machine shop, ready for anything you can bring to them. They also have a a laser cutter, and they have 3D printing. Yeah, so they have a 3D printer. So you need a part you can't get. Guess what? Bring it in. They'll 3D. They'll make a 3D one for you. Yeah, they do it all. Hamel Machine Shop. You got to go to hamel.ca. You'll see all the beautiful work they do. You'll see everything that they take care of. And there's always that time where you break something or you're looking for something repaired and you just don't know where to go. Where the heck do I go for this? Well, it's machine shops like Hamel Machine. They're the guys who do it, and they're the guys who take care of it. So they're the guys you want to go see. Hamel Machine Shop, several locations around the city. One right over here on Bridge Street. Bob Benner and his crew are fantastic, and they say wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And the same with Ken Hunter. When I was talking to him about the biggest problems he sees, he says, Paul, don't forget, and I almost did, to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And we'd like you to support our sponsors. They support the city. They support the show. Get down there. Tell them Paul from Your City, Your Voice sent you. They'll be glad to hear that. I'll be glad to hear that. And you'll be supporting local small businesses. Okay, everybody. So take this seriously. I want you to take it seriously. Usually I joke around a lot, but this is serious business. We know Ride is out in full force this time of year. And just yesterday, 2 drivers were found watching videos while driving. Can you imagine this? I mean, I get out on that road, and it's so dangerous out here in Niagara Falls. There's all kinds of people who don't have licenses, don't understand English, don't know how to drive, and guys are driving around with these jamokes, for lack of a better word, and they're trusting their life to these goofs. And then you got people who should know better watching videos while driving. I mean, that's called distracted driving. And you get fined for that. No, there were no impaired charges this week. They checked a bunch of cars. They didn't get anybody for impaired. But just the same, watching a video and not paying attention to the road could not only ruin your Christmas, it could ruin my Christmas or somebody else's Christmas. So smarten up. Watch videos while you're driving. What's the matter with you? You stupid? Don't be a moron. Put down that phone and pay attention. It's not a game on the roads out there. It's a road warrior movie when you're on that road. It's real life. There are so many bad drivers in this city. It's unbelievable. I see them every day. I don't drive much. But when I do, people turn from the right-hand lane. They make lefts. They cut in front of you. They don't put on their signals. They're brutal. I'm telling you. Probably everybody in every city says the same thing, but I mean it. There's some roads that are so bad I won't go on them. I just avoid them like the plague. But yeah, you want to protect yourselves from these people because they will hit you. They're bad, and you can't protect yourself where you're watching a video. If you're watching a video, no, you can't. Don't. If you're watching the latest Joey Bro video, you're gonna get in a crash for sure. We know not to drink and drive, or smoke weed and drive, but distracted driving probably is the number one killer and problem over drinking or smoking and driving. Although people still haven't learned about drinking and driving and smoking and driving. And 16 people have been charged since the beginning of the month. So they still haven't learned. If they caught 16 people drinking and driving or smoking and driving, impaired driving they call, how many didn't they catch? What do we really have on the streets out there? Fried driving around. And then you add that to the distracted drivers and illegal drivers. And now you see why you can't get around this city without running into one of these goofballs. And then why people who abide by the rules have road rage when they get out there. They go crazy. And I think some of the worst drivers in the world inhabit Niagara Falls. It's got to be. It's a mecca for bad drivers. They all come here. Add that to the bicycles, e-bikes, scooters, bad intersections, Subaru drivers, and terrible traffic control, well, what you have is a recipe for disaster. Smarten up. I don't want you clowns bashing into me over the holidays. I want to be safe. I want everybody to be safe, and I want you to be responsible. Hey, go and drink, have a good time, party it up, go crazy. Just don't drive. How hard is this? Uber, taxis, friends, wives, mothers, fathers, grandpa, the dog, anybody, get somebody to pick you up. Don't drive drunk or stoned. This has been a public service announcement from Paul K. Lemire. Okay, enough preaching. I just want everybody to be safe. I want everybody to have a safe holiday and not I don't want to have to put up with any of my buddies and that getting in car accidents with goofy people or them causing them. Neither. They should be smarter if they're hanging around me. Well, maybe not. I shouldn't have tried to make that point, right? Right. Over to the region. Chairman Jim Bradley is joining law enforcement associations across the country looking to the province to offset the cost of implementing Ontario's new Community Safety and Police Act. Well, I can understand it. Remember we talked about a few weeks ago? Yeah, that's right. The budget went from $188 million to $213 million. Yowza, 13.3% increase or 13.18% increase. The Niagara Regional Police want more and more. Last week, Colonel Ford announced, and that's Doug Ford, by the way. I don't call him Premier Ford. I call him Colonel Ford. Kernel, like a kernel of popcorn. Colonel Ford announced $77 million will be awarded to help municipalities served by the OPP cover increased costs due to the new program. And the Niagara Regional Police are looking for some of that scratch. Yeah, I don't blame them. Now, why the OPP get it and they don't? We face the same problems as the OPP. The budget, now ballooning to, like I say, $213 million of taxpayer dollars for 2025, could use a little relief. And Bradley figures that implementing the new program cost the taxpayers $5.2 million. Yeah, of that rise from 188 million to 213 million. What's that, like 25 million bucks? Well, 5 million of it was because of the programs Colonel Ford put in place. A tidy little sum, which should be really paid by the province because they made the rules, not taxpayers. Well, we'll see what happens because you know what? The poor slob taxpayers always get sent the bill. We get the bill and we pay it. That's what always happens, right? We know it. We know it. Maybe for a change, we won't have to. I would say stay tuned, but we'll never hear about this again, most likely. That's the way it works with regional politics. Something happens and then we don't hear the result of it. Bradley's going to look into it. Yeah. Sure he is. Sure, Bruce. Remember in high school when somebody gave you a load of BS, you said, sure, Bruce. Well, yeah, sure, Bruce. In this case, it's sure, Jim. Oh, that's a catch-all phrase. Sure, Jim. I still say ditch the Niagara Regional Police and let the OPP take over, like that was suggested many moons ago. Maybe it's time to look into it when the budget closes in on $250 million. That's B with a B, billion with a B. That's a lot of moolah, and the OPP does a bang-up job across a lot of Ontario. How about that? What do you think out there in video land? Or in radio land, for that matter? What do you think? Should we get rid of these guys and call in the OPP? Take over? It's been talked about before many, many times. Terror Prevention Police. They could do it. You got a detachment right in the falls. Got a brand new building sitting right over here on the highway that they could use. Yeah. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? That's something you'd like to see, or is that outrageously crazy? Let me know in the comments on the video. Come on, let me know. Tell me. If I'm nuts, I'm nuts. Let's face it. Okay, so apparently, let's get back to Niagara Falls here. Apparently, Niagara Falls is lagging behind housing targets. No kidding. Is this news? I guess it is. It was in the news. I mean, the city knows how to plan things, knows how to plan things and okay planning, but nothing ever gets built. Does anybody ever wonder why nothing ever gets built? I've been staring at the meteor crater for 8 years, 7 or 8 years over here. Supposed to be a big building going up. 2 years ago, Jim Giuditti was sitting right in the chair. Oh yeah, that's good. We're gonna have that. It's still a piece of junk, and it looks like crap. And so does the one on Ferry Street, and so does the one at the boathouse in Chippewa, and so does the one down on Fourth Avenue. They all look like crap. Nothing's being built. You know, it's funny. The only one I ever saw built was that one down on McLeod Road where the old church used to be. They got rid of that and put up an apartment building, a beautiful little apartment building. That's built. It's just like the plans. It looks just like the artist rendition when they came to city council. No, it wasn't that long ago, maybe a couple of years ago, after the election anyway. And yeah, it's built and it looks beautiful. So there you go. Some things do have happen, but most of them don't. We get junk. And like the meteor crater across the street. So the city knows how to okay projects, big projects, 77-story towers, but they don't know how to get them built. They know how to plan them, they know how to okay them, and they negotiated the hell out of this one. The 77th, Mike Strange got 50 trees. Yeah, he got a $500 million project to throw in 50 trees for the city. Top shelf negotiations over there. How to get them built, that's a bigger problem. That's where the problem comes in. And I don't know, there's got to be 20 or 30 projects on the go. John Ringo Beam, how many are there? There's got to be 20 or 30 that are on the go right now that have been approved and passed down on North Street, down on Ferry Street, up on Ferry Street, over on Ferry Street where the bowling alley used to be, on Walnut, on Bender Hill, on Allendale, on Cupid, on Comet, on Blitzen. Yeah, I don't know how many. More buildings have been approved than reindeers that Santa has. I'll tell you that right now. But I haven't seen a shovel turned. Nothing. Nada. 9. So I don't know. Weird stuff, if you ask me. Oh, this is the second year that St. Kitts in Niagara Falls have missed their targets. And you know what? These targets were handed down by Colonel Ford in his Build Homes Faster campaign of having 1.5 million new houses built by 2030. And he rewards cities that meet 80% of their target in the year. Something Niagara Falls missed out on last year. We only achieved 58% of our goal. And like I said, approval means nothing. You get all the approvals you want. It's getting the projects built that means everything. Now in Welland, little old Welland, that can scoop doctors and industry in the region, no problem. They overachieved and reached their goal. I think the big show should have a powwow with Campion over there, Frank Campion, the mayor, find out how the hell they're doing it. He needs help from somebody to figure it out. Yeah, Welland, can you imagine? Welland's amazing, that little town. They got hired 10 doctors. We were able to hire one. I mean, these guys got it going on over there. I don't know what they're doing, but they seem to know what they're doing, whatever they're doing. Now, Kira Dolch, Miss Dolch, as the mayor calls her, our city planning, building, and developmental manager, said the city disagrees with the province's findings. That's right. Our housing starts are greater than reported, she said. Okay, so did we win that battle? You never did hear about it. I know I heard this 6 months, 8 months ago, they were talking about this. Oh, we got more than that. They're not counting this, that. And she may have a point. The number of new tents in the city that are housing people has increased substantially. Did they count that? I mean, there's one in the backyard of the house across the street from me where people are living in the tent. You never counted that, I don't think. And you think that that's you can't do that? That's not supposed to be. No, no, you can do that. You put up a nice tent in your backyard, and you could charge people 250, $300 a month to live there. And the city, well, they won't do anything. I don't know if they can or not. I heard they can't, but regardless, it doesn't matter. Can't, won't. It's all the same thing, right? But yeah, maybe they didn't count the tents going up. And it's probably more than just across the street from me. There's probably a lot of tents going up all over the place. You just don't see it. Out of sight, out of mind. Now, Chuck McShane, everybody knows Chuck McShane, a good guy and an executive at the Niagara Home Builders Association, says he can understand why Welland does so well. If you're a developer, obviously you're going to go and you're going to put shovels in the ground where people will work with you. And that makes sense, right? He says, I give Mayor Campion kudos for what he and his team have done. And they work with people and they make it like a pleasure to work with them. And in that regard, they get things done. So there you go. Less red tape, less bureaucracy, and they get things done. That's what we need in Niagara Falls. Somebody should go over the big show. Go over there, have a talk with Frank over in Welland, take the penguin with you, and try to bamboozle his secrets out of him. You're the king of schmoozers. Release the Hollywood hounds on him for info. Maybe Miss Dolch can help you. We got to get her done and grab those funds just hanging around to us to grab from the province. They're there. They're offering it to us. What the hell are we doing? Come on, we got to figure this out. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What are we waiting for? And somebody's got to figure out how to get these people who get the planning all done. I swear to God, this planning is a bunch of baloney. All these people coming to city council with these big ideas. I swear to God, they just want to get the rules changed so they can sell the property to somebody else and build, just like they did on Ferry Street. They got it okay. They dug a hole. Oh, then they went into receivership a year ago. And nobody knew nothing. I never heard anything about them going into receivership. Did you? No. All of a sudden, they come to a city council meeting, the new people who bought it, and they said, we want the same deal the other guys got. And that has to do with the Drummondville Heritage grant money we give. And they said, sure, go ahead. But who the hell knew that it went into receivership, the company that was building it? I mean, their developer, their lawyer for the developer, whoever he was, stood up and said, oh, no, they're all right. They're not insolvent. They're doing all right. And that was like 4 months before it actually came out, and we never heard about it till like last spring, 6 months ago, after the fact. But he was just there in May of that same year saying, oh, no, it's all going. They're having groundwater problems. They got to pump it all out. And city council goes, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, these guys get bamboozled easy. Did you see what the Ghetto Dome people did to them? I mean, seriously, that's why we gotta straighten that out. Come on, let's go. Go talk to Frank Campion. Seems like a pretty tough guy, man. He gets things done over there in Welland. Okay, now this is the weirdest thing I've ever read. And these weird reports always come from different agencies, especially when they come to city council begging for money at operations budget time. I'm going to tell you who it is in a minute, but first I want to get to my last sponsor, Victoria Avenue Pete's Pizza. Now I'm telling you, who doesn't like a nice pizza? Everybody likes pizza. I love pizza. But I can't say I had any today. Usually I have a couple slices in the morning just to get me going. But this morning I never had. But when I do have it, it's from Pete's Pizza on Victoria Avenue. Now, Mike worked in an Italian restaurant. He knows how to make a pizza. He takes Saputo mozzarella, mixes it with brick cheese, and he lays it in the right ratio on top of the Mancini family recipe for sauce. That's right, Mancini family started Pete's Pizza way back 40 years ago in St. Catharines, and they franchised out stores in the Niagara region here. And Mike runs one of them down there, but he uses their recipe for the crust and for the sauce. And then he works the magic, mixing it perfectly with the cheese and fresh toppings. You can't beat it. Now, I wasn't sure about their wings. I'm pretty fussy about my wings too. I had them there with my buddy Pete Dichter, Ray Lyle. We were down there, and man, they were fantastic. So they have great wings there. My buddy Tony Nero said, "Hey, the steak subs are fantastic. I've had the wings, I've had the pizza, I had the steak and cheese poutine, fantastic. I mean, I've tried a lot of things off the menu, and it's all very, very good. Pete's Pizza, Victoria Avenue. That's where you want to go. They're celebrating the 40th anniversary for another couple weeks here to the end of the month. 2 medium pizzas with 3 toppings on each for $25. Can't beat it. No HST now. Don't forget, no HST on any of this stuff. So, yeah, call them today. Get your pizza. Be happy. 905-374-2222 or Pete'sPizzaVictoria.ca. Order online. Yeah, tell them Paul from Your City, Your Voice sent you. They'll be happy. I'll be happy. Everybody be happy. Support our sponsors. Pizza. Pizza, pizza. No, not pizza, pizza. Pete's Pizza. Right here. I hang it from my tree. Okay, back to this weird thing. Weird. In a gaslighting spectacular, look up in the sky, Billy, look up in the sky. The library services claim that for every dollar the taxpayers invest, we don't invest anything, $5 million taken from us to support the library, invest into that library system, they receive $6.80 back. So that means that if we invest 5 million, we get 35 million back. A return of 680%. Okay. So we get 35 million back. Why don't we peel off the 30 million, put it in our pockets, and give them the 5 million? How do we get $30 million from them? And why do we give them over $5 million a year to operate if they all they need is like $100,000 and they get 680% on their money? Yeah, if they get 680% return on their money that we invest, let's see, that would be we'd only have to invest like $800,000. Not even that, maybe 700,000, and they get the return 700,000 instead of 5 million, and they get the return 680% and get them to 5 million. Now, if we save that much, it would be a 3 or 4% decrease in our taxes. We made that kind of return. So, by what kind of witchcraft did the library bean counters come up with this baloney? And I don't believe for a second, mind you. Well, using a bunch of yada nonsense, somehow Chief Librarian Alicia Subnack Kilgore said these are numbers never seen before by the board. I would say the numbers never seen before, except Michael Milken maybe saw them somehow, or maybe the guys who bought Bitcoin. Yeah, I guess not. They're gaslighters, but they've made it into an art form now by claiming this. But don't ever try to compare that to any other library system in the world. The surveys they did are just for Niagara, don't you know, to get this number of 680% of the times the money. Yeah. Where they got it, nobody knows, right? Please, library board, quit with the baloney. Libraries are a drain on taxpayer dollars. They cost us a fortune every year and have been given a blank check since Niagara Falls became incorporated on January the 1st, 1904. Now, let's see. Let's count that up. 1904. 1904. 2004. That's 220 years ago. January 1st. Happy birthday, Niagara Falls. Incorporated January the 1st, 1904, 120 years ago. 120 years ago. We know there's a ton of waste at the library. And Counselor Strange, ask him, he'll tell you. He talked about the new library in Stanford and what it costs and the rent they're paying, and he was freaking out about it. The library costs each taxpaying residents about $7 a month. And I can't believe nobody said it's only $7 a month, because that's a favorite line. It's only. Now, suck on that one for a moment. When council meets for its operations budget in 2025, and when the library comes in and gives all these wacky numbers, and then asks for 5.5 million, that's what's going to happen. They're going to ask for 5.5 million. We'll see what happens. See if my prediction is right on January 26th. That's when they're coming with their hands out, and we'll see what goes down. Thanks to Race Materi, Ace Reporter, for the review, for the great story. If you want to see that story, go to the Niagara Falls Review. I get it online. I subscribe to it, so I know what's going on. You may want it too. I don't know. Or just listen to my show. How about that? Okay, down south to our friends down south. Oh my goodness, there's so much going on. So Donald Trump wasn't going to be president. We never see this. It took Donald Trump. Hey, there's some people eating pizza walking by. I own a little pizza here. It took Donald Trump in a 0% favorability poll to get Justin Castro to finally secure the Canadian borders. What a maroon. Castro suddenly launched a Trump-style crackdown on immigration as his government crumbles around him. Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc, he replaced the Wicked Witch of the West, Freeland, announced Tuesday a $1.3 billion slate of new measures to secure our border. A little late, but better late than never on this one. And that's going to include 24/7 surveillance. And the surveillance is going to be done by using helicopters, drones, mobile surveillance towers, and upgraded detection tools to catch drugs and illegals. All right. I appreciate the effort, El Stupido. But why wait for Trump to threaten you? Could you not see that immigration is at the heart of most Canadian problems right now? Crime, drugs, homelessness, inflation, you name it. That's the cause of it. When you give the country away to an invasion, that's right. It's not immigration when you let millions of people in. It's an invasion, especially if you let unvetted immigrants in. What do you expect? What do you expect there, Justin? Are you blind or stupid? Well, thank the Lord for President Trump. Canadians are still in la la land, but the Americans have been awakened in the biggest movement of all time, and they gave Trump a mandate to fix it all. And that includes fixing the situation in Canada. There is but one step left for Canadians to wake up, get rid of this woke baloney, get rid of Justin Pissy Pants, and get a PM that works with Trudeau to make Canada great again. Before the Trudeau turned Canada into a communist country, ruining everything that Canadians valued, we're a great country, and that is possible again. All the Canadians that hate Trump, you'd better stop the baloney and get on board, or get out of the way. Canada will rise from the ashes of 9 years of Trudeau and shine again. You can bet on it, but you got to work towards that goal, and you got to work with guys like Trump. And I know you don't like Trump. You don't like his personality, orange man bad and all that. But you can't deny the good he did for the United States when he was in power. There were no wars. There were no border problems. The country was doing fantastic. The stock market was up. Businesses were coming back. They weren't buying into this crappy NATO and Paris Accord and all the other baloney that Canadians are paying for now because of Justin Trudeau and his woke agenda. So you might hate Trump, but you can't hate what he's done. And a lot of the business people there don't like Trump. They'll tell you, I don't like the guy. but I voted for him because that's what we need to get this country going again. So there you have it. Trudeau's being forced to do it. He's doing it. His last gasp, his last gasp before he's thrown the hell out. And he's either going to resign, but like Habs 41 there, he said no. He's too much of a narcissist to resign. Well, he's going to get thrown out if he likes it or not. And Jagmeet Singh is going to have no choice. He's going to have to make a move. Because if he don't, he's being made the villain right now, and it's not going to get better for him. Okay, let's get over to the drones. Drones are here. Drones are there. Drones drone everywhere. They're driving people crazy, and nobody's admitting to anything. And that's the problem. They're spreading across North America. They're all over the place now. And most people in the know are insisting there's a dirty nuclear weapon hiding somewhere in the United States, and the drones are on a mission to find it before some crazed terrorist sets it off. And that date is closing in fast because people in the know on the inside who hear the scuttlebutt say that it's going to happen before the inauguration if it doesn't happen at the I got Christmas on my mind. Inauguration. That's the way you say it. Whether you believe it or not, people are concerned about exactly what is going on now. Now, the FAA has taken it seriously enough to ban all drone flights, including the private ones, in 22 areas of New Jersey where critical infrastructure is located. And the government has also purchased $300 million worth of anti-radiation medicine that has a shelf life of 18 months. That's it. So they're expecting something. They're anticipating something here. Now, the FBI and Department of Homeland Security have been investigating, but they found nothing so far. You know, this is the biggest bunch of BS I have ever heard, almost as much as the library presentation. Joe Biden, America's favorite vegetable, is saying nothing is nefarious is going on. Yeah, this guy's out of touch. Drones that nobody knows anything about, where they come from, who's flying them, what their intentions are, flying over critical infrastructure, and it's nothing nefarious. Yeah, well, he has no clue what's going on. He has no clue. And if he does have a clue, then there's Gary Wilkins right there. Just they gave me a Christmas wave in the window. Hello, Gary, my buddy. In other words, he either knows what the government is doing and just acting stupid, or he's just stupid, one or the other. It's getting so bad it's starting to force New York airports to close runways. In Ohio, a 4-hour closure of airspace around the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base near Dayton, Ohio, was put into effect because they were so worried about it. Now look at this goofball parking her car right in an alleyway here. Yeah, she's going to just beach it in the alleyway. Nobody can get through. She's going to block that alleyway and just take off her Mercedes. What the hell? Oh, no. There's other choppers taking off. They're just going to take off. Okay, they're getting it out of there. Now, people are going to be jammed in there. I'm telling you, you see all kinds of weird stuff here. But anyway, yeah. So that Air Force base was shut down for 4 hours. Airspace around it. President Trump said the government knows. They should let the public know what's going on. Otherwise, shoot them down. So Trump said on Truth Social, shoot them down. Now, stay tuned for this one because there are guys in New Jersey who got their guns out and they're shooting at them. They are going to shoot them down. They don't care there. I love it. Stay tuned for this one because it's going to unfold very soon. And I don't think the truth is going to be pretty when it does unfold. If you get a chance, watch the UFO hearings that are going on in, I think it's either the Senate or the House. And that's enough right there what they're talking about to scare you. Now, like I said, stake sticking down there. Kamala rushed back to the White House, and there's rumblings that she's going to take over. They're going to get rid of Joe and put her in as the 47th, and she's got a month to do absolutely nothing. What's she going to do? She don't know what the hell she's doing. But in that month, she will be president for 1 month. Man, this reminds me of Kim Campbell, doesn't it? Kim Campbell, prime minister for a month? Yeah, didn't last too long. Well, she's got to go, though, because, I mean, on January 20th, Trump's being inaugurated. Unless something drastic happens between now and then, and don't put it past the Democrats, there's all kinds of stuff going on right now we don't know about. We could have World War III by then. Who the hell knows? It's a wacky world we live in today as we come into Christmas. There's going to be a lot of worries through the Christmas season. Anyway, that's it. That's it. I'm out of here. Finally, Friday. Let's see what's going on next week. Okay, so next week we have Manic Monday. I'm going to be in here with John Filion, my co-host on Absolutely. And we're just going to be telling Christmas stories and sitting around talking about different things, Christmas, and maybe sing a couple Christmas carols. Tune in for that one, because that's going to be funny, because neither one of us can sing. Oh, no. Could be a slobber knocker over here. Now, December 24th, I'm not going to be in the studio doing a live show on 4680Q radio, but I will be doing a video from the Video Sign Incorporated studios and posting it on YouTube. So check for that. Probably 2 o'clock in the afternoon, somewhere around there on December 24th, Christmas Eve. And then, of course, we do the Christmas Eve thing. I'm going to go to see my mother at the home. She's 99 years old. This will be her 99th Christmas, I guess. Yeah. Can you imagine? And we'll hang around with her for a while. And then we go to Liz's brother's to have have a scotch or something and something to eat. Then I come home. I get home. I don't stay out late anymore. I can't do it. I'm done. I'm up at 5 a.m. This morning I was up at 4:45. 2 days this week I was up at 4 a.m. Once I wake up, I get up. So by 9 o'clock at night, 10, I'm done. I'm done. And then after that, Christmas Day, of course, there's no show. We know that. Let's see this chopper. She's going to back right into the car over here with her Mercedes. I hope she's got a backup camera. Here she comes. Dun, dun, dun. I wish I had my video turned over there. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, wait, oh, almost. I didn't see the car rocking, so she didn't hit it. It's a nice little Benzo. And then, let's see, December 26th, Boxing Day, is going to be a Habsolutely show. Special edition of Habsolutely, because we can't do it on Wednesday. We're going to do it Thursday. There's a lot going on in the NHL over the holidays, and we want to make sure we keep on up on that. December 27th will be Finally Friday. 30th is going to be a normal Manic Monday. And Tuesday, December 31st, will be another edition of Habsolutely. There's 3 games between the Boxing Day and then on the weekend. And then we head to New Year's Day and New Year's. And then January 2nd, we'll start into the regular schedule of Your City, Your Voice, and Habsolutely, and everything else. So we'll get back to normal through the holidays. And that's it. That'll be it. Can't wait for the days to start getting a little bit longer, more daylight. Days aren't getting longer. It's getting longer amounts, bigger amounts of daylight. Never forget that. And away we go. And then we're headed into, look, we only got 8 weeks, and then we're in March. Once we get into March, it's over. So we just got to plow our way through January and February, and the rest is all good. So, yeah, 8 weeks. That's it. Can't beat that. Christmas. Let's see. January, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, and then it's over. How about that? That's a beautiful thing. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, everybody. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Give your comments. We'll talk about them on air. My name is Paul K. Lemire. This is Your City, Your Voice. Support our sponsors, Wild Bill's Auto Repair and Body Shop, Victoria Avenue Pete's Pizza and Hamel Machine Shop, and listen to us live on 4680Q Radio. We broadcast out of the studios daily at noon. Listen to us live on the radio, on the internet radio, 4680q.com. You can't do that, check out the YouTube video. It's always on by about 3 o'clock, 3:30. You can tune in and check that out. Other than that, have a great day. Enjoy this weather. I guess it's not that great out. It's starting up again. And we'll see you Monday, a Manic Monday. See what happens then. Take care, everybody. Thank you very much. God bless you all.